So today I'm going to be doing a review of all the Chanel products I own, because I've recently started my Chanel collection. So that is my latest obsession, and I actually have an interview at Saks in Boston, and I'm hoping to be hired at the Chanel counter. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so here we go. So I'll start with face products. I recently picked up, you can see it in my birthday haul, the Chanel LeBlanc Light Revealing Brightening Makeup Base Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. It looks like this, 1 fluid ounce, and it is in the rosé color. So it's not just the LeBlanc primer, it's the rosé color. So it looks just like, it's in the same container pretty much, different coloring as the Vita Lumiere Aqua foundation, and it says shake well before applying, and it comes out a light pink color with a little shimmer, pearlescent shimmer, not metallic, just like the color of this bottle. Now it's a great texture. It is not, I believe it doesn't have any silicone in it, but I can't do silicone primers. They just plug my skin with, just feels wrong. Not to mention, I kind of like a more, I know this sounds weird, but a drier primer and a drier base for my face, because I feel like my foundation goes on and it doesn't blend into the skin. It's just blending over this mask of a primer, which I kind of understand is the point of the primer, to create a barrier. But it literally, you can see the brush strokes, and no matter whether I use my hands, it just slides all over my face instead of sitting nicely on my face. And I find that it's almost like putting foundation on right after you've put moisturizer on. It's just, there's nothing for your foundation to grab onto and sit on. It's just going to slide everywhere. So silicone primers don't really work for my skin. And I don't have an oil control issue, so I wouldn't know if this technically controls oil, and I don't think it claims to, but I don't get very shiny throughout the day. Once you put it on, it is, I would say it's great for somebody with olive skin or lighter. So my skin or lighter. I would not say it's good for anybody dark, because it does give you a pink lightening effect. It does lighten your skin, and so I think anybody with any darker skin than I have, it would just look really fake and too shimmery against your skin. But it really does brighten your skin. You only need a little bit. I just put it where I need, control, and I need my foundation to stay like on some problem areas over here. I have blemishes around my mouth, and of course on my forehead, under my eyes. It's a great brightener. I will say that my foundation doesn't seem to last any longer than it usually does, but I like the product. It is pricey at $55. I don't know if I'll be repurchasing it, but it's a really interesting product to try. It has a beautiful effect. I'm more going for the natural glowy look these days. So yeah, I'm less into just the completely matte finish and more into natural skin shining through and looking radiant. So this definitely works. I would at least give it a shot in the store and see how your personal favorite foundation layers over it, but it's a good product. The next product is this Vita Lumiere Aqua. People also say Vita Lumiere, whatever. I have heard Vita Lumiere, Vita Lumiere, Vita Lumi. French is just another language to some people. But this is their Ultra Light Skin Perfecting Sunscreen Makeup, and in French on the bottle it says it gives an effect of a second skin. Agreed. This has SPF 15. I'm not big into SPF, but I have been wearing it lately with my moisturizer and of course with this primer. So I did perform a whole hour-long gig in the sun and did not get any freckles or any burning at all. So something worked. But so it says apply with fingertips or foundation brush and blend gently. This is again 1 fluid ounce. I believe this was $45. All of my products from Chanel have been purchased at either Saks or Nordstrom. I am in the shade 30 Beige, and they have 2 different types of coloring for this foundation. They have a more pink based, which I am not, and then they have a more yellow based, which is this, and that is me. I'm a yellow based skin tone, and this really works well for me. I really like it. Just has a little design on the cap. You shake it up, and you can hear the water kind of moving. It is a water-based foundation, so it gives a very natural finish, hydrating. I love the smell. By the way, the primer has a very strong Chanel skincare, like the Hydra Max scent. So if you are offended by smells, keep in mind you probably will not like these products. This foundation smells the exact same way. I think it is lovely. It lasts quite a while on your face, and I just feel so pampered when I use it. It feels luxurious. It's smooth. It's a great texture. It doesn't sink into the lines on your hands. You can just move it around your skin effortlessly. It doesn't just dry up and you have to drag your face. So soft, covers all my blemishes on good skin days. My skin really varies every day because I might have like inflammatory something going on, but on good skin days, this just is enough. I don't need concealer. Even under my eyes, anything, it's beautiful. And I usually don't set it with powder because it's a very radiant finish, which I really appreciate. The one thing I did notice, I played a gig yesterday in the sun, and I was sweating, and it was so hot, and I was, pressing water bottles against my face and cooling myself down. By the end of the gig, I looked in the mirror. My mascara was probably down here. That has never happened to me before, ever, and my foundation was everywhere. So because this is a water-based foundation, it is not going to stick around if you are a sweaty person. Usually I do not, sweat on my face, but because I was in the sun jumping around and singing and playing a gig, I was very sweaty, and goodbye makeup, basically. It was awful. My eyeliner was like, ugh. So this does not stay on, even with this primer. No. So I need to use a very heavy, Kat Von D type of foundation when I perform, outside at least. But for the, even for the winter, people are saying, oh, this is such a great summer product. Yeah, it is, but for the winter too, I think, because you can feel that your skin is moisturized. It feels smooth. It looks beautiful. It's so radiant. I'll definitely do a face makeup routine in the next week or so and show you what this looks like, in person, because I love demos. But great product. I really, really like this for everyday wear at college, just wanting to have a radiant face. Lovely. The next product is another face product. This is the Natural Finish Loose Powder. I am in 30 Natural Translucent 2. It's a translucent powder. It comes in a case or a package like this. Has some writing on the front, and then like a typical loose powder. There it is. You get a lot of product. This is my second, and I probably had my old one for 6-7 months, which is a really, really long time. And this is 30 grams, 1 ounce. So it is a great product. Great product. It is so finely milled. It goes on so soft. It will mattify your face without even accenting like little hairs on your face, anything like that. It is natural. You won't look flat. You will still have dimension to your face. I use it always when I do photo shoots, when I do my own makeup for photo shoots, performances. It just keeps your makeup on. The next 2 products I have are blushes. I have a powder blush and a cream blush. I'll start with the powder blush. I got this in May or April when I was doing my performance of Hair in Boston. My mom and dad came to see my performance, and instead of buying me roses, of course they knew, you probably want makeup. So they took me to the Chanel counter at Saks, and they bought me this blush, which is just as good as roses because it smells just like roses, like powdery baby powder rose petals, and I just love it. People who are offended by scents, don't try Chanel because you're just going to get outraged and probably make a venting video like, I just don't understand why companies use smells. Well, some people love them. I feel so spoiled and so glamorous when I use products with scents, and I know they're not always good for your skin, but they sure make you feel delicious like a freaking Hollywood star. So anyway, it comes in a little compact like this. It had a tiny brush, which I literally lost, and I didn't use at all because it was so small, and I have fat cheeks. And then you have a mirror. Hello, hello. This color is 55 In Love. It is a shimmery peach color. I have reviewed this in some favorites, I believe. It does have gold shimmer, and it looks like a MAC baked blush. If you look up close, it has the kind of a rounded top, and it has that texture of a baked blush. Here it is on my hand. So it doesn't come off as sparkly on your skin, but if you're going in the sun, to the beach or something, your face is going to shimmer. But it's not chunky sparkles. It's just beautiful, radiant, typical Chanel, just radiating life, and I love it. And the smell is great. It doesn't really last on your skin like the foundation does or their lotion does, but great. I will say that this is really, really light. When I was pale, it was would be beautiful on fair skin because it's very pigmented, but right now it just gives me like I've been out in the sun for a little too long. So it works, but I can literally swirl very hard and it doesn't show up that much. And I notice when I come home at the end of the day for work, it hasn't really stayed on my face very well. But it's great if you want to carry it around and keep touching up. It looks beautiful. This next blush is one that I talked about in my birthday haul. This is from the new Chanel Fall line. This is a cream blush. They just came out with these, and this one is called Inspiration. It's number 64. It's in quite smaller packaging than the normal blush, and it does not come with a brush. This is a blue-based baby pink, and it is beautiful. The consistency of the cream is so smooth. It almost feels like it's whipped, and there we go. So you can see how baby powder pink it is. And I used to not think that worked on my skin, but it makes me look very, very, not like youthful because I am young, but just like a young maiden, if you understand where I'm coming from. But blended into the skin is beautiful. And I usually use a cream foundation brush to blend this into my skin. I'm wearing it right now. It's so blendable. You don't see a line where you put it on and have to just keep blending and blending, because that does happen with the MAC cream blushes for me because they're so pigmented. It's like, oh my god, I used too much or whatever. This, a little goes a long way, but you can buff it out into the skin so it looks flawless. Literally, when I wear a full Chanel face, it looks like I'm wearing no makeup. So, love it. And then I have two skincare products that I have been testing out, Le Weekend and La Nuit de Chanel. And these are new skincare products. They're kind of a restorative, it's claims to get your skin back to its natural state. So what it should be, it just, balances your skin. And so they have Le Jour, the daytime, La Nuit, the night, and Le Weekend, the weekend. I have tried the day serum, and it's just, I wanted something that I could use even if I didn't have a moisturizer, and it was just so light that I felt like it wasn't even sinking into my skin. It didn't even feel moisturizing, and I was just not a fan. But I have picked up my second sample of La Nuit because I love it. I used it for like a week and would just put it on real heavy, and every morning I would wake up and my spots were fading and fading and fading. And this says recharge, and so it was like my skin was just like recharging so fast, like just getting new skin out there and taking all the nasty stuff away. And I wasn't even like using anything weird like a scrub or anything. It was just my skin. I would wake up and love my skin. And then Le Weekend, this is my first sample of it, and this is renewing face care, and I really like this too. I use this weekend. You replace your day cream and everything and serums with this, and it just gives your skin a break for the weekend, and you use it day and night, and it's actually working for me. And this one's the most expensive. I think this is like $115. I hate that I like it because I'm going to want to go buy it. And this one, La Nuit, is $85, which I really want to get because it's very moisturizing, and I usually don't use anything special for a night cream. So I'm love this. I might be saving up for both of these because they have really helped my skin spots fade, and I notice a radiance and a new life and a brightness to my skin. These both have a very strong smell that I love. Wonderful smell. And I have just noticed a brightness and a change in tone to my skin, a change in texture. I just love it. And so I'm going to keep trying them, and if I like them, I'll save up and I'll buy them. I have also tried Le Volume Mascara by Chanel, of course by Chanel, and this is a number 10 in black. Here's the brush. Alright, so it's plastic, and it's one of those flexible brushes. And it's got these little bristles. They're not hair. It's all plastic. If you can see, it's completely round. But yeah, see how it just completely opened my eye. Seriously. And I know you can't see how defined my lashes are, but they're very defined, and it's it really does volumize because it lifts the lashes. You can see how, tired this side of my face looks and how awake and bright this side of my face looks, at least I think. And I have to do the other side because I'm going to look crazy this entire video. It separates the lashes very well. I would not say that it is an invisible mascara because you can see it on the lashes, and sometimes they will kind of clump together and be spiky, but not in a gross way. They look really nice. They look very full and lush and hairy, and I really like it. And about the smell, this doesn't have a strong smell, but it definitely is scented like a rose. And the last product is something I'm loving. This is the Chanel Rouge Coco Shine in 85 Secret. This is also from the fall line. Looks like this. It's a peachy nude. It's definitely on the side of peachy more than pink. Or like a dusty rose peach, but mostly peachy. And the packaging is beautiful. I think it's so classic. I think it's lovely. And it comes with this rounded shape. So it's like a balm. It's meant to just, I don't have it on right now, but it's meant to just, glide on your lips. It's not very, aggressively pigmented, so that you don't need that pointed tip to like really just get every crack. You can literally put it on without a mirror. I usually use a little over my natural lip line actually on the top because it just looks like your lips are plump and lush and just a little shimmery and just so kissable, and I love it, and it makes my lips look very, very full. So I really like it. It's a very light color. It's not very obvious, but I think it's great. I'm really focusing on the natural look, like I said, and something easy and something naturally beautiful to wear every day to class. Being a college girl coming from a all-girls Catholic boarding school where we didn't have to make decisions about what we wore in the morning, it's good to have a little routine in your life. Just this is what I'm going to wear on my face, and it's going to look beautiful, and I don't have to worry about it. One less thing to worry about when I take my 2-hour theory exam. So yeah, this is something you can put on the go. You don't have to worry about it, and you're going to look great every time. I should be a Chanel spokesperson because I really know how to advertise. No, but seriously, Chanel, get at me because I'm your next spokesperson. I love you so much. I would say if you're going to try any and buy them, loose powder, amazing. Vitalumiere Aqua, but I would say this is buildable to medium coverage. If you don't powder it, it really gives a youthful glow to your skin. It is not a matte finish, and it's just beautiful and hydrating. And I would say just spoil yourself, pick up a Rouge Coco Shine, because you'll just feel fabulous every time you put your lip color on, and you can use this no matter what you're wearing. It's not like it's a weird color, so you'll just feel fabulous every time you whip it out. Look, I look like a little Chanel pinup girl. Hey, I'm from the 50s, and I use Chanel because I'm a brat. Then I would definitely say pick up one of the cream blushes. Lovely, heavenly, natural, delicious. I'm going to do a Chanel demo, face stuff demo, and I can actually do everything if you want. So use the primer, the lip products, the blushes, whatever. But I will be doing a full face routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped a lot. Please subscribe. Please comment. I love your comments. And rate, thumbs up, share, whatever. Just no matter what, stay true to yourself. Bye.